Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Scrubs Season 2, Episode number 9. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. It does help with the algorithm. Help us. Help you.
Just a quick update going into these couple of reactions this evening. RJ's feeling a little bit under the weather.
Just a smidgen. I
can't properly hear because my ears have some stuff going on. So we're going to do our best, but it might be a little less energy.
Yeah.
Alright. One comment to feature from episode 8 from executive producer Sip, who says, "My queen Jordan is back, so I'm happy, but her getting back together with Dr. Cox was surprising to me, considering the baby is not his, but that could be a lie. Jordan told Cox, so he won't freak out. Also, none of their behaviors has changed. He's still self-sabotaging, and she's toxic as always, so I'm very confused by this decision. I'm just worried that Dr. Cox is Jordan's safety blanket, and the moment she decided to keep the baby, she went straight back to Cox.
I agree with that.
This will not work out well if they are not willing to change their behaviors.
No.
Even then, Dr. Cox will end up paying the price because as soon as Jordan gets bored or fed up, she will ditch him because she's ruthless.
Yep.
Also, Elliot standing up to her father was excellent, and she needs to do the same with her mother. JD and Turk stealing from the hospital was hilarious to watch, but ultimately, aren't they just stealing from the general public because they are the ones who pay the bills? Can't wait for the next one.
Great comment.
Alright, let's get to episode 9 right now.
I guarantee you that's a simple case of cellulitis right there.
Actually, Dr. Cox, I was watching TV last night and they had this special on flesh-eating bacteria.
Necrotizing fasciitis, yes.
Yeah, I think they called it flesh-eating bacteria to sound more flashy, you know, hook in all the idiots.
Apparently it worked.
Anywho,
Anyway.
they said it was very easy to confuse cellulitis with chompers. Chompers was the animated flesh-eating bacteria that narrated the special.
Look, Brittany, recently I made the potentially fatal mistake of getting back together with my ex-wife, who, angel that she is carrying the spawn of another man's seed, so forgive me if I sound a tad irritable when I tell you I don't care what piece of irrelevant dribble you picked off TV while you were snuggled up in your Holly Hobbie peak chase.
Holly Hobbit.
Come on, trust yourself. I think you're wrong.
Really? Well, I think you're
brilliant. Necrotizing fasciitis. That's a 1 in a million diagnosis. 1 in a million.
Nothing, sir. Anyone could have made that call.
And yet, they didn't.
Was he
This
right?
didn't
So
become
he was
the
right?
teacher, eh, Barry?
Didn't become the teacher.
Warms my heart.
Thank you, sir.
I don't care about you, son. I'm trying to do something here.
Threw me off my game. Right. You threw off my rhythm.
No, I'm guessing this is the greatest moment of your life.
Like the greatest.
Holy crap, it's David Copperfield. Definitely top 2. What's that I see in your ear? Pizzazz.
Cool, coin.
You want it?
Yeah, me too.
Magic!
Oh, man!
Top 3. I can't do this all night. No,
That was good.
I'm no Superman.
His reaction though about how peaked he was is so accurate. You know me, you would have been the exact same way.
By showing up Dr. Cox, I told the world I was no longer a child. I was the man. Great diagnosis. You.
There's Mr. Flesh-eating bacteria, huh?
Doctor, could you sign these, please?
Sure. To my 2 biggest fans.
Yeah. They're called breasts.
I know that probably seems insensitive to you.
Sweetheart, you don't have to explain yourself to me. But you better get your story straight when you come face to face with Jesus.
The chart for Dr. Cox's TTP patient.
He
I
wouldn't
could
leave it
look
out
and
there like
see,
that.
but I'm not that insecure about my... Oops. I will get it. Yes. He's doing the exact same thing. When you work in a hospital and things are going well, you should enjoy it while you can. Because around every corner, there's something waiting to take it all away.
Dr. Reed, I need to talk to you about your patient, Mr. Brayton.
Isn't it great? He's cancer-free.
Yay! He's suing you for malpractice.
It's okay.
Because he told her.
Relax. I told him how I felt. He listened and nobody got hurt.
What's she
Fine.
telling?
Yeah, which
She
one
just
of you two's been
remember she
messing
gave
with
the
my
wrong
business?
diagnostics that he's dying in a month or whatever. He has a month to live.
Of course, every once in a while, you manage to get away scot-free. Hey, Dr. Cox! You'll be happy to know that I did everything for my patient that you did for yours.
Oh my God, I care so little I almost passed out.
Hey, PTP patient coded. I pronounced it.
He died?
I certainly hope so, otherwise that autopsy's gonna be a bitch.
Boy, that's tough. I'd stay and talk you through this, but I gotta go check on my patient. You see, he's still alive.
Ooh, I almost passed out from that.
How the hell did my patient die? I mean, you started corticosteroids, I started corticosteroids. You did plasmapheresis, I did plasmapheresis. You yelled at Mark the orderly, I yelled at Mark the orderly. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
See, he's pissed.
That's because his name is Frank. Now, as far as your patient's concerned, well, maybe I'm afraid you forgot one very important thing.
For whatever reason, I was finally fed up. You know what? I've been working my ass off here for the last year and a half, and the last thing I need is another one of your condescending, never-ending speeches where you spoon-feed me some giant lesson and call me a girl's name.
Well, then have it your way there, Carol.
Carol.
I'm out. Good luck, everyone.
I mean, now he doesn't know what he did wrong,
Because
though.
I'm not going to obsess about this.
Yeah, you are.
You
I'm
put a rush
obsessing.
on this autopsy. I gotta figure this out.
Don't rush
He
nothing.
got some crumbs in his hair.
A lawsuit? So you're suing me because you're not dying?
Dr. Reed, I didn't want to face my mortality. You forced me to. And now I can't earn any money because my job seems trivial. I can't be in a relationship because what's the point? Oh, and here's the topper. Remember my horrible, judgmental father I hadn't spoken to in 15 years? Well, good news, Doc. We patched things up. And guess who's coming over Saturday to watch the game and tell me what a jerk I am?
Well, you asked me to estimate how much time you had left.
And you told me I'd be dead by now.
Well, you're not. So sue me.
I am.
It was a figure of speech. And
Exactly
your
what
dad
we're
was right
doing.
about you.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
Hey, ass face.
Yeah, your ass face. Bobby?
Excuse me, ma'am. Jordan.
Ma'am,
Carla has something she'd like to tell you. Carla.
you're a meanie face.
I didn't mean to upset you. Even though everything I said was true and you know it.
Baby, that is a god-awful apology. That is just god-awful.
That's
It's
God.
God.
Oh, sorry. Honey, I know your type. It is so easy to see other people's problems from way up there on your pedestal. You better be careful up there, because if you fall off and have to walk around down here with the rest of us, I don't know.
Jordan
You might
can
catch
dish
a
that
glimpse
shit
of
too,
yourself
babe.
in a mirror or the surface of a pond, your boyfriend's gigantic, shiny head, and trust me, you're not going to like what you see.
My head's not...
Ow.
A little help here!
They're fine, Ted, but I'm getting sued.
You're right, you're right. Now, by fine.
Ted!
Okay,
We get a lot of women in here.
time to calm down now.
I'm fine.
Actually, I was talking to myself. Now, you haven't discussed the lawsuit with Mr. Reagan, have you?
A lawsuit? It sort of came up, yeah.
Oh, God! Tell me you didn't antagonize him
So sue me!
or admit fault.
That is totally my fault.
Oh, come on! A good lawyer couldn't win this case.
Wow.
Ah, new
Ted's
drinks.
about to die
They're awful.
of anxiety, babe.
Dr. Kelso, why does everything keep happening to me?
Take a breath, Dr. Reed. In and out. That's it. That's it. You went to 4 years of college and 4 years of medical school, so I can safely presume that you are at least 8. My God, girl, grow up and say
can't
how
safely
to
assume.
the world of modern medicine. My God, I've been sued 4 times. Come on, Ted, let's go.
Let's go.
I think you should just go in there and apologize.
So I can safely assume
No,
you're at
I
least
didn't say
8.
anything that wasn't true. I just want to see if she's okay.
It's fine.
Carla doing? Is she jealous?
Laverne, would you please have the nurse covering Jordan?
Or does she want to have a baby?
Or is she catching
Hey,
feelings for
Dr.
Cox?
Cox, I'm sorry. I was just so frustrated before. So now I'm here. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what I forgot?
Why don't you go ahead?
Can I? Really?
Sure, hit me.
How about go to hell, Shakira?
What?
But now that you've decided you're ready to listen, how does it work? Huh? You gonna pull a string on my back? We'll step right up and give it a tug. But I'm warning you, I bet it keeps coming up. Go to hell, Shakira.
Why do you always have to be like that? You know that I try harder than anyone in this place, and you never give me any credit.
You listen.
Someone else for anything that goes wrong in your life. Like this. I'm just gonna break your bed. You just press this button. Everything is broken. The point is, if you hate your job, maybe you need to switch careers. If you can't get into a relationship, maybe you have problems with commitment, huh? And I know that I'm right, because I'm the exact same way. I blame my parents for not preparing me for the real world. I blame this hospital for taking up all of my time. I'm even blaming you for jeopardizing my future. But you know what? It's time for me to grow up and start holding myself accountable. And I'm doing it.
Good for you.
You're, still suing me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like now you'd be able to handle it.
I feel like now you've been happy.
You know what? We're just gonna have to get him fixed. Good news is, he doesn't need to go to a vet. We could just pop these things right off. Yes! Baby, you have got to tell JD because he is not gonna believe it.
Jordan was right about me. I'm insecure and I judge people to cover up for it. I mean, even right now, all I can think about is to tell you that you're a surgeon now, and if you want to be taken seriously, you have to start acting like an adult.
You had to say all of that.
Well, you have a habit of not listening to things unless people spell them out for you. Oh my God, I can't stop.
Baby, maybe it's something you need to work on, that's all.
Sweetie, I promise you, I will never, ever tell you what to do ever again.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, well, that ain't fair.
For me, it's okay because
Be
I
fair
love
to
you.
yourself.
Besides, I barely listen anyway. Come on, Ronnie, let's go, boy. Let's have the fourth floor. Oh.
They're so committed.
As I sat there, still searching for answers about my patient, I realized that I still needed Dr. Cox. It's hard to face a harsh truth about yourself.
I'll take that something big one day.
Yeah.
Throw that bitch out the window.
It's hard to take positive steps when you've burned the bridge you need to walk across.
It was luck.
It was luck.
What? The thing that you forgot. Turns out, whatever you know about medicine, ultimately, luck or fate or God or who knows what, is always going to end up playing a much bigger role in the whole thing than you and I ever will. Hell, it was lucky you were watching that show the other night, and it was unlucky that your patient went the other way, even though you did absolutely everything right. For the record, you did.
Alright, that was episode 2-9 of Scrubs, and man, they spent some money on that episode right there. You know, it ain't cheap to get a Queen song up in your show, movie, whatever you doing. It ain't cheap. So they must have been balling out of control for this season right here, because that's some top dollars right there. But for an episode in whole, it was a really good episode, man. They stepped up a notch on the sarcasm. I mean, they was firing on all cylinders with that sarcasm in this episode right here. And everybody came through Shannon and just getting it. I mean, even Kelso, man, that, you know, he just stepping up even more and more for me every time. It is good. He is in his element. I love that. Ted coming through. Everybody did a really good job this episode right here. And then they, under the surface of that whole episode, I mean, the real life thing is that, yeah, you know, sometimes doctors do lose patience. I mean, we didn't really dwell on that too much. It was kind of an afterthought, but it was just a thing that they're doing that so you can see that, you know, shit like that does happen. But here's the moral of the whole thing about it, and I like how they just didn't dramatize it, you know, a lot, and doctors get sued too. So the whole thing worked for me in this episode, and it was a good look. So I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah, I thought it was just really solid. Consistently all the way through. I do agree. I feel like the level of sarcasm. I mean, I think if you have Cox, Kelso, and Jordan all in one episode, the sarcasm's gonna be heavy. Like, and I appreciate that. Like, that's definitely my type of humor. I felt all of them are super quick-witted and super clever with their jokes too. So all of that always works for me, but I like the dynamic. I like Jordan being around more because she does a really good job of, one, being ruthless, but also she did the same thing with Elliot when she put Elliot on blast. She did the same thing at the end of season 1 where she put the whole team on blast.
Yeah.
And then this episode she put Carla on blast. So, I mean, this is like her superpower. It makes sense why her and Cox get along so well because they both operate that way. But having them both in an episode always is going to deliver some awesome one-liners for sure. So I really appreciate that. I love the end with JD and Dr. Cox as far as what the missing ingredient, so to speak, was, and that's just luck, and how that plays into a lot of the things that these doctors are doing. I thought was really, really good too. So overall, solid episode. Can't wait for the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk Reaction for Scrub Season 2, Episode number 9. And until next time, people, peace.